Good evening all, I hope you're doing well. In tonight's video, I would like to provide you with the information about the last cranial nerve and the toning exercises that could be used to strengthen and or improve its function. The last cranial nerve, which is number 12, is also called hypoglossal. It is primarily a motor nerve, and I will now provide the pathway for it. You're welcome to look at the diagram in the post section on this channel and or choose the one of your liking on the web. The pathway is as follows. It originates from hypoglossal nuclei in the medulla oblongata, splits into two branches, and travels laterally and ventrally, passing through the hypoglossal canal, which is on the back of our skull, where the occipital bone is. Then it descends through the neck, passing between carotid artery and jugular vein, and ends at the base and underside of the tongue. Hypoglossal innervates intrinsic and extrinsic muscles of the tongue, and that allows us to perform actions needed for speaking and eating, such as chewing and swallowing. Genioglossus protrudes the tongue. Hyoglossus depresses the side of the tongue and retracts it. Styloglossus draws the tongue upward. Palatoglossus elevates the tongue and pulls the palate down. And intrinsic muscle group includes muscles inside the tongue itself, and these muscles help us change tongue shape by shortening, narrowing, or curving it. Also, hypoglossal nerve innervates the neck muscles, sternothyroid, sternohyoid, and omohyoid, and all of these contribute to elevation and depression of the larynx. The third function that hypoglossal nerve is involved in is involuntary activities, such as helping us clear mouth of saliva, which is very important both for speaking and eating. The saliva actually helps us start to break down starches in the mouth, and its amount is very important to be controlled. So toning cranial nerve 12 involves a number of things, and I will start by talking about body mindfulness practices. You could notice how your tongue moves and shape changes. It could be done assumed on purpose, but also the ones that occur naturally while eating or speaking and or speaking. You could also engage muscles of the neck and face, such as opening, closing your lips, and see what happens to the tongue as you do that, and or see what happens to the facial and neck muscles when you move the tongue. Tongue exercises could be divided into a few groups, and the groups are range of motion exercises, strengthening, and coordination exercises. The range of motion exercises are the ones where you stick your tongue out, for example, or retract it, move it side to side or up and down. And as you do each of those, you could start with holding it in that particular position for 5 seconds or so, but only do what you feel is safe and or advisable for you. For strengthening exercises, you could push the tongue against an object, such as a spoon in your mouth. But of course, again, be mindful if this is something that you want to do and or find safe. You could also just push against each cheek and see what happens, what muscles get engaged, how much strength there is that you're sensing in the tongue muscle. And here you could also try making sounds, such as pronouncing different consonant letters, such as T, D, N, S, C, L, R, and focus on your tongue where it's placed as you pronounce each letter and how sounds are formed. You could repeat this as many times as is comfortable for you and increase intensity and duration as you progress. Coordination exercises could include tongue twisters, such as saying a phrase like, "She sells seashells by the seashore," or "red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry." And again, you could start it by just pronouncing it at normal speed and increase the speed later on and see what happens and how you tolerate it. Also, you could do articulation drills, such as repeating sequences of sounds like ba, da, ga, or ma, na, ga. And for last coordination exercise, I would offer you that one that was swallowing repeatedly by focusing on your tongue and how you push food down your throat is something that you could also try if you find it safe. And here you will probably observe how many different things can be done at the same time, which involves coordination of things, as you can tell. So these are just basic things that I wanted to offer you today. I will be returning to talking about cranial nerves in the future, as I have mentioned in previous videos. But that would be it for tonight. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you and have a good night.